You ready?
Yo.
All right.
Yeah, I was just turning down the music. I think someone turned it back up.
Ah, there you go. All right, well, welcome back to For the Record here at Major Bloom.
What's up, guys?
Ravon, how you doing today?
Ooh, Ravon will say 6.5 out of 10. How are you, sir?
Okay, how'd you, can you do the calculation? How'd you get to 6.5?
I really wish I could give you like numerical values for every rating or feeling, but 6.5 because it's Monday.
Yeah.
It's like the longest day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's after 5. I should have went home already. I had a lot of work to do today. Though I didn't even finish it all, but you know, we ride. Yeah, I guess 6.5. Pretty solid.
Okay.
How about yourself? I guess I'll ask that you give it a number.
You want me to give a number?
Yes, please.
All right. I usually, on a normal day, I'm usually at a 10.
It's pretty high.
Actually, no.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
That's
But
crazy.
on a really good day, I'm like at a 20. So I'm probably like at a 10.
Are you like constantly like on ecstasy?
No, I've came to the conclusion in my life that no day's really that bad to really just be upset about. You know what I'm saying? Once you get past that initial headache, whatever it's going through, then you're good.
It is what it is. On to
It's
the
the
next.
same thing. You know what I'm saying? And if I have a bad day every day,
That's the
and
problem.
we know some people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You know, so I'm pretty good. I'll say I'm at a cool 10. Or maybe 9.5 if I don't want to be greedy.
It's a lot of people jealous of you right now, my friend.
I mean, listen, it's just, you got to talk to yourself. Man. You got to talk to yourself.
You keep a mirror on you at all times or something?
I mean, I meditated this morning, which is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Listened to some audiobooks. You know what I'm saying? Also, did some ratchet stuff too. But
Some ratchet stuff.
a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little bit, you know what I'm saying?
On a Monday morning, man?
Got to hoop a little bit.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Came in here, you know. I'll talk a little bit about what I did today a little bit later, but you know. Let's get into it. Granted, hold on. Before I get into this, I'm very upset because someone stole our adapter for the music, which is very annoying.
I don't know if you guys know that it's called a dangalo, or that's what the streets call it.
It's called a dangalo?
That's what kids told me it's called, and I didn't believe it.
Really?
And I looked it up, and like on Urban Dictionary, I'm pretty sure you can find like the street term, like a dangalo. Yeah.
It's a music adapter.
No, it's just an adapter, but they call it a dangalo, probably because it dangle. Like, oh.
I just called it the music thing that you got for
No, anyone with an iPhone knows what it is. Like, it's how you connect. You know.
Yeah. It's very annoying because we'll be playing some great tunes right now.
This is why there's no music. This and copyright infringement, but mainly this.
Yes. All right. Well, let's get into it. I am your host. I do have a new name though.
God damn.
It's my last new name.
This dude changes names like hairstyle.
Oh, it's also good because I don't want to be watched. You know what I'm saying?
Are you walking around with just a beeper? Like, I'm confused, bro.
No. All right, so normally I'd go as the Wiz, which I still am the Wiz. Here with your boy Blade. How you doing, brother?
What's up?
Got my guys Kofi and Davis in here. How you guys doing behind the camera?
Chilling, man.
You're on the wrong side. You're on the wrong side.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it cool. You know
Okay.
what I'm talking about?
Davis, how you doing?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Wait, you're telling me there's a front
Yes.
and a back? That's crazy.
No,
I thought it picked up sound all around.
Oh, no. But yes, I did change my name. I came back from a few vacations. And honestly, this name is dedicated to one of my favorite shows I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Paulie, by the way. Rest in peace to Paulie. I love Sopranos. One of my favorite shows I've ever seen in my whole life. And I went to see my niece in Virginia. Probably one of the most beautiful moments of my life. We just like played catch and drew on all her things, and we just kicked it. But I had to start thinking of myself because I am Harry Jr., right? My dad's name he's Uncle Harry. So I didn't want to go as another Uncle Harry. That's kind of repetitive.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, shout out to Sopranos. I go as Uncle June now. And if you watch Sopranos, you know who Uncle June is. And if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, you're missing out. Granted, I told you to watch it. I told you to watch it.
I'm missing out. But.
All right, Uncle June is Tony Soprano's uncle. And they have a very, very unique relationship because Uncle June is actually the head of the family, but Tony's actually the real head of the family. He's kind of like the pseudo head of the family, which Tony kind of convinces him to like take that role, so then he gets arrested. But, you know, it's understood. I don't want to ruin the whole show because it's a great show. But it's understood, and they have a kind of a love-hate relationship. But Uncle June loves Tony. He loves him. That's not me.
Yeah, my bad, guys.
You good. Uncle June loves Tony, so because I love my nieces, I love my niece and my nephew, I am Uncle June.
Uncle June.
Uncle Junior, because I'm Harry Jr. So.
Did you get your niece to call you that?
She can talk just a little bit.
Got you, guys.
She's like 2 years old.
Well, then that sounds easy enough for her. Uncle June.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's don't, you know. So I am Uncle June, but
Is that for everybody or just for the kids?
Uncle June for the kids. Y'all just call me June.
June.
Yes, June.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in 2 weeks, I'll call you something else.
Yeah. You know, when I think about something else, then
Yeah, but you don't want to be tracked anymore.
No. So when I have all these names around the city, they're like, oh, who's that guy? All right, whatever. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we here. We talk about cannabis. We talk about love. We talk about everything.
Lust.
I've had some music. Actually, you know what?
Sadness.
I still do have this. You know, I still have this. Like, where we at? Beautiful round of applause. How you doing today? There you go. Our last episode we had George on there.
Shout out to Kool-Aid, the
Nice.
drink and the person.
It was a good episode. I liked it. How'd you like it?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Actually, how's everything been since that episode? How's everything been?
Oh.
Hair wise, you know, because people care
hair-wise.
about, you know, the behind the scenes, what happens at a
Gotcha.
dispensary.
Well, for people who care about the behind the scenes in my life, niggas upgraded. I got a new TV in the bedroom.
Hold on. What size?
It's a 58.
Oh,
Nothing
whoa!
too
Hold on.
crazy.
You deserve one of these, man.
Come on now.
You deserve one of
Hey, man, I put on my shoes 1 foot at a time. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Hold on, you put it on top of the fridge?
On the No, on my wall for my bedroom, but that TV is getting replaced next.
Okay. I see.
I need to get a 75-inch for that. Bro.
Oh wow!
Yeah, man. Yeah.
For the smoker room?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah,
I need to make it like a theater. I rearranged the whole room ever since you guys have been there. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You still got the paint down there?
Yes, sir. I got to paint the room like in 2 weekends. So.
Are you covering up the paint your girl? Yeah, the art
Oh
your
no.
girl?
In fact, I'm supposed to be up there too. I got to get up there and let her trace me.
Oh, that was her that she traced herself?
I traced her.
Oh, okay. That's it. So, if for people who don't understand what we're talking about, sometimes we have meetings at Ravon's house, or we just smoke just because we're bored. And Ravon has a smoking room, and in the smoking room, his girl's a bit of an artist. Is she? I feel like she is. If she's not, don't even ruin it. If she's not, she's an artist to me. She's beautiful. She's a great artist.
Yeah, I'll say that.
All right,
Yeah.
great. And they got art on their walls, and they paint stuff, and they just get high in the room, and I just love the room. So
It's sweet. It looks good now too.
yeah, all right, well, we'll be in
I
there.
gotta come see it. But I guess so. That's my life.
Is it a place to record?
Slightly. I need to finish painting. Slightly.
Okay, all right, we'll talk about it later.
But yeah, outside of that, I guess what's going on here at Major Bloom, we've been working on planning for the party. In less than a month, we have our 1-year anniversary party coming up, August 13th, save the date. So right now I'm focusing on a lot of putting stuff together for that, working on sponsorship, and just working on what we're gonna do. We got a couple of new product launches, we got a couple of events kind of going on all at the same time, and then that on top of all the regular day-to-day stuff I do of purchasing, branding. It's a lot. It's fun. It's chill.
Okay.
We got a handful of new faces here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, what, it's been 1 or 2 new people since we.
3.
Oh, 3 new people.
Four.
Damn, that's since just the last episode.
I mean, we just saw some chick today. Not some chick. She has a name. Her name's Jasmine.
Yeah.
Paul's new. Dominique's new. There's also Unisha. I don't think we've ever mentioned Unisha.
No.
But yeah, we got a handful of new people on the floor. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I had my first time on manufacturing officially. Was today. I guess they gave me it wasn't that serious. A little round of applause. Wasn't that serious, but it was cool, you know.
Took your virginity in there. Your manufacturing virginity, that is.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a little bit of stuff before, but yeah,
It was like an official shit.
doing it the right way for sure. It was just labeling eighth. So if you guys see an eighth that looks beautifully labeled, it was me. If it's GMO or banana OG.
I was about to say, give him the string.
That was a GMO, banana OG. That was me. You know what I'm saying? I won't take the credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm really good. Like
All he did was put the label on it. No shout out to the person who like packaged it or to the person who bought it, because you know what I'm saying?
Because who cares about the person that bought it?
No, yeah, tell me about it. Fuck that nigga. In layman's terms, at least. But a lot of cool stuff happening at the place. I mean, just as a year approaches, everything just seems like a milestone in a way. You know, like we get busier and busier as the days go on. We have more and more products on the floor, just more and more of a customer base, and just constantly growing. It's pretty cool. It's almost like, I mean, just being a kid in a way.
Okay. All right, well, I had a story to tell today. And since we are a cannabis podcast, it's a cannabis story.
Is this about your manufacturing?
No. This is much funnier.
Oh, sweet.
All right, so I walk into my mother's home. And she, the first thing she says to me is, "That time you told me you didn't smoke, you smoked." It's the first thing she said to me.
I've heard that before.
And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, all right, so my stepbrother obviously lives there with her husband. And she was like, he had a girl in here, he was smoking. And I'm like, come on now, what are you talking about?
I wouldn't do that in your house.
I walk downstairs, it smells like a pack. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker smoked there.
It's crazy.
But he kept on saying, like, I didn't smoke it, I promise, I didn't smoke it. I'm like, bro, there's no way you didn't smoke in here because it literally smells like you just smoked in here. So they start bugging out, kick him out the house, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know, the age-old thing that happens when you get in trouble from your parents.
Yep.
And
if you get caught, at least.
Well, yeah, he's an idiot, got caught. First of all, my mom recorded it, which was hilarious. And also very rude, but also very hilarious because she's just a force. But yeah, I mean, my reason for bringing up the story was because when she said it to me, I started thinking, I'm like, all right, is there a way to educate old school parents on cannabis, or do we have to just accept that it's just never gonna happen and we gotta just hide it into?
Okay, I guess two things. One, how old is he?
19 or 20?
Oh my God. I would have been on the quickest plane to Cape Verde at that age.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
Like,
you still like in America?
But this is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know your mother's old school.
Yep.
You know my mother's old school. So I'm like, is there a way to educate old school parents?
So yes and no.
Okay.
I guess two things. Again, I only said the first thing earlier, but whatever. Two things. So one, I definitely noticed that parents get more relaxed. Like, I got my youngest sister is like 10 years younger than me, bro. So she's about to go to high school. I'm living on my fucking own. So I go home and like, I'm seeing the shit that she do. Like, she gets to go out on like back-to-back nights, or she go out on a school night. I'm like, yo, I never, ever, ever went out. And she's like, yeah, mom won't let me go do this with my friends. I'm like, yo, you're lucky, bro. I didn't get to do shit. So, like, I think that parents definitely get more and more lenient as things go on, and they see, like, all right, that kid didn't turn out too bad. But at the same time, on the other side of that, bro, is a respect factor from the fact that, like, I know that my mom does not fuck with cannabis in any way whatsoever. I mean, she knows that I work with it. She knows that, like, she's not, like, patronizing me or antagonizing me, whatever, day by day, like, quit your job. But that, like, from a respect standpoint, like, I never come to her house smelling like weed, like a pack, ever. Like, if I ever smoke when I go to Brockton, it's on the way. Like, it's after I see my mom 100%, type shit. 100%. I would never, like, bring, like, till this day, bro, like, I never go to my mom's house smelling like weed or, like, that's just crazy. Like, I've even had a story where, like, I once smoked with some friends, and I got in my mom's car and drove home, and the next day she was talking about, you smoked in my car, because, like, the scent of my clothes stayed in her car type shit. Like, it's a respect, I don't know, to me it's a respect thing. Like, I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to go to my mom's house smelling like weed, because my mom lived there, and my 14-year-old sister lived there, and it's disrespectful. Granted, it's the life I live. Like, I'm smoking every day, whatever, but I'm not going to do that to my mom.
I 100% agree. So then answer this question for me then. Would you allow your kids to smoke?
in the house, or just in general? Like,
All right. At what age will you be like, it doesn't matter?
for me, it depends on how, I hate to say put together, like quotations here, but put together they are. Because for some kids, like, they're talking about, like, I've been smoking through high school, and, like, some people can work with it, some people can't. Like, for me, like, for some people, it's like, yeah, if I discovered weed 3 years earlier, I don't know if I'd be at this point in my life right now. Like, I don't know if I'd be this successful. And it's all about how well they can handle it. Some people can handle it and do their shit just fine, and some people can't. But for me, it's also about, like, a safety thing in a way. So, like, Shorty's mom, shout out Miss Sonia, she's not, like, a super fan of smoking. She's not going to say, go ahead and smoke. But if you do, she's like, just smoke in the car outside the house. Like, why are you driving around the city to go smoke in a parking lot? Smoke right outside the crib where I can see, not even necessarily where she can see niggas, but, like,
Where it's more safer.
Dude, I was at Shorty's. I remember being here sometimes and being like, you're just going to smoke in your driveway right in front of your mom's crib? And she's like, yeah, she prefers we do it this way. And I'm like, not going to make your mom upset. Like, I get as far away from my mom as possible, bro. You know what I mean?
Hold on, let me give this round of applause to Miss Sonia, because she's absolutely become my favorite person ever. And I never even met her before, except for one time on a Google Meet. That was on a call. That was good.
She was like, his hair looks better in a messy bun.
Listen, I'll bring her back. I got you.
But no, I mean, it's really just about, like, I don't know, like, it takes time. I have another friend who, like, we smoke at, like, his house type shit, like, in his room at his parents' house, because his parents eventually became cool with it. And it's like, you guys are doing it here. We know where you're at. We know you're not, like, going out and getting into trouble. Like, what are you doing? Just getting high and giggling in this room? Like, not really doing much to, like, harm yourself or hurt yourself when you're just, like, kind of under parental. Like, granted, we're all, like, 22 years old at this age or whatever, but, like, we all got that parental supervision, so.
No, 100%. I mean, I just think, like you said, it's a respect thing. I told him, I'm like, bruh, like my sub brother, I'm like, bruh, listen. When you're out the crib, you do whatever you want, man. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to do what you gotta do. Granted, I didn't smoke until later in my life. I was probably like 21, maybe 20, 21 or something like that. But I also was like already in college. I was like handling everything I need to handle. Like, there was no like,
getting caught up in it.
I didn't even drink alcohol until I was like 21. So like,
as you should.
You know what I'm saying? So, huh? Oh.
You're lying.
When did I drink?
You're lying.
When did I drink?
You're lying.
Huh?
Don't lie. Don't lie.
No, I'll tell you. Hold on.
You're 21 years old. Stop it.
Hold on. I'll explain.
I want to see some receipts.
I'll explain. When we were younger, Kofi used to go and sneak a little drinks, right? But one thing he never knew was that I actually never drank those drinks. I never did.
That's fine and dandy, y'all. But you did drink before you were 21. Stop.
I'm sorry, I was 20.
Oh.
And I drank one drink, and then when I got.
So before you beat teen pregnancy, huh?
All right, hold on. Is trying to drink
Fucking
drinking?
guy.
Is trying to drink drinking?
Man, you was sipping.
Bro.
We was right there.
Bro, freshman year, I was 18 years old. I was 19. I didn't drink one drink the whole year.
That's fine.
Sophomore year, I smoked for the first time.
Sophomore year, you were 19. You didn't drink?
No, I didn't drink. I smoked.
So you didn't drink at all, right?
I drank once on New Year's. But I didn't get faded though.
That doesn't.
That's not drinking. Drinking is drinking.
No, wait.
Dog.
Just because you didn't.
We drink now.
No, just because you didn't get quote unquote faded doesn't mean you didn't drink.
That's not drinking, bro.
You're lying to yourself.
Drinking is real drinking, bro.
Okay, so define drinking.
All right, drinking. All right. If someone tries to drink, like my little sister, for New Year's, tried champagne with my father. She has not. I'm not saying she drank.
But people don't listen. Now you're getting things misconstrued. People don't drink to get drunk. You're saying that because you didn't feel lit.
I didn't drink. I wasn't a drinker.
That's still drinking.
All right, I drank at 20 years old.
Jeez, learn how to admit things.
I'm sorry, I drank at 20 years old.
But not FDA approved.
I quote unquote drank when I was 20 years old. But I also didn't really care for any of those type of things until I found out life was really actually trash. Like once I found out life was trash, then I was like, all right, we gotta get faded because
there's nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to do. But long story short, I feel like we need to educate these young people on, especially with the rules being a lot different than when it was when we were younger. Like cannabis was illegal. It's not, especially recreationally. Trying to help educate kids, especially where it's more accessible, how to not do it until they're actually fully developed. Because I mean, my God, if you're smoking and at 15, I feel like that's just too early.
Well, honestly, a lot of people are. Like from the stories I've heard, like just talking to people, a lot of
Yeah.
people smoked earlier than I have. Like I'd be like, I didn't smoke till 17, and they're like, 17? Oh my God, that's so old. And like for you to be like, I didn't smoke till 21, like people are like, I've been smoking since I was 15.
I'm sorry, I was 20
16.
from these guys. I was 20.
And honestly, not that it even like necessarily matters. It's not really like a race, at all. You know, it's
like,
not a
why you want to
competition. But talking to like. I mean, my little sister. I mean, you too. You got your little sister.
Yeah,
Same
she
age,
about to go.
actually.
Yeah, she about the same age. Yeah.
Yeah. So just talking to the kids and like school administrators and like they be talking about like vapes and like I've heard firsthand account from my actual like administrator in a school that kids were like smoking pens and the teacher like just off rip was confused like smoking pens. What the fuck you talk? They write with pens, like. You see my point? Shit went right over their head. And
my
like,
Lord.
Yeah, kids are like selling. I mean, granted, they was doing this when we was kids too, bro. They was selling vapes. Well, were they selling vapes when I was in middle school?
I think they were.
They was selling weed, but like vapes and all this other stuff is like extremely, extremely easily accessible for all these kids out here, and it's definitely a little concerning.
Damn, look at us being mature and shit. It's kind of crazy.
It's honestly really weird because I mean, we're both in the same position where we got like a 14-year-old sister out.
Yeah.
My little sister knows I work in the cannabis industry. She also lives with my mom, who's like, fuck cannabis, and that's that, like straight up. So for me, I'm like, hey kids, stay in school, don't do drugs, ha ha ha. And then I go to my job and I sell weed, and I'm like, how can I tell her don't do drugs? And then I make my living off of selling and buying drugs. It's really weird to be like, like at what point do I like smoke with my sister? Like, does that ever happen? Like,
I mean,
that shit's weird.
I smoked with. I have two sisters. One's 25. So I smoked with her when she was like 21, maybe. How old was she? Like 21 years old? She wasn't like younger than that. She was grown. It still felt a little weird at first. Now my baby sister, I can never smoke with her. Never in my life. Like I wouldn't even allow. Like I held you in my hands as a child.
That's my point,
I will
bro.
I will never like pass you a blunt. That is no way. If you do on your own time, you do on your own time. But you with me, you're with your big brother. I'll beat your ass.
Probably not until she's like 25, bro. Like
Until she's
straight
like,
up.
well, maybe you got married or something. Then I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
you're grown now.
Like, let me see a degree. Like, I don't know, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I still see her every single day, and I'm like, I still want to pick her up.
No,
But
yeah,
I'm like,
you
you're
are my little
14,
baby sister.
and you're like getting taller. I can't like just
She's
kill
like,
you.
I need clothes for high school. That
Bruh.
shit's comedy, man. Oh my
My
God.
sister says I got a drip, and I literally was like, I gotta get out of here. This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's just to be like, do you listen to like, did you see Tyler the Creator's drop yesterday? And I'm like, yeah, bitch, what are you talking about? Of course I saw that shit. Like,
See, but isn't it cool you can bond? Because like, all right,
it is.
I love like dramatic shows, CW shows. Back in the day, it was WB in my old days. And she literally watched all of like Vampire Diaries, all of like the originals. I'm like, my sister.
You're like, yeah, I forgot we blood. Like,
We are. It's beautiful.
I mean, here's the thing. People say you put a wig on me, and that's what my sister looks like. So I guess it makes sense. Stop looking at me with the wig on.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
All right. Well, let's give ourselves a round of applause for being mature. All right, not that mature. All right, we have a special guest today.
Yes, sir. We have our friend Ryan Gardell from Artifact Studios.
Okay, well, let's give this man a round of applause. A nice round of applause. All right. So y'all just give us a quick second. We'll get my guy up here and
Go to hair and makeup real quick.
hey, don't come out with no wig, though.